So welcome back to Dig It Detecting, everybody. Welcome also to a very, very special video, and that is going and checking out two brand new house sites. I'm just getting ready at the moment still, getting all the wet weather gear ready because it is going to be a pretty nasty day today, weather-wise. However, last night I placed a call to a landowner named Alan, and Alan has a large property consisting of two old house sites, one that is still standing and one that is all cleared up with just trees as remains. So I said to Alan there last night who I was, what I do with detecting, and could I jump on his property and have a bit of a look at these two old house sites. And Alan said straight away, mate, go for it, absolutely go for it. So he also mentioned that one house site is still standing. Not only that, it is packed full of furniture like it was walked out of some 50 years ago. So we're going to get there and check out that. We're going to go inside the house and have a bit of a look with full permission. And as I said, get up to that other house site that's all been cleared up and do a bit of detecting and see what we can find for Alan there. So pretty exciting day. It's going to be a pretty wet, miserable old day, as you can see, with the weather. However, we're going to make the most of it and see what we can find. So we're going to continue getting ready, and we will see you out there. Rightio, so here we are, guys, on site and ready to go. We do have Andrew with us, the father-in-law, and he will be running the Equinox 800 today. And we've also got the Equinox 900 sitting in front of us there, which I will be running with that little 6-inch sniper coil. But here it is, Alan's little house, and we're going to jump the fence, the electric fence. You can hear it's running pretty hot out of that box there. We're going to jump the fence in a second though, and we are going to jump inside the house and give you guys a look. As you can see though, the grass is very long in the front here, so we're not going to be able to detect or do much with that. However, looking around the outside, we are going to be able to hunt, working our way around that fence and around the house. And to be honest, I said to Andrew, that's probably the best spot to be, working around the outside, because that is where people venture off, drop their coins, drop their buckles. Who knows, we may even find the old rubbish dump and hit on a few bottles and even the old cow tags. So first off, as I said, let's jump that hot wire fence, get inside and give you a look. So let's do it. Andrew is first. Go on, mate, test the waters. It's running hot straight out of that control box there. You can hear it clicking away. I've got wet weather gear on too, so I'm hanging a little bit low. I don't want to get zapped. Listen to that. Crack, crack. She's running hot. Let's have a bit of a look. Jeez, could have mowed the front lawn, Andrew. Could have, couldn't I? Eh? Oh, bloody hell. It's grown over itself that much, like it's sort of like a mat to walk on. Mat, isn't it? Yeah, it'll be that thick. I reckon you wouldn't mow it, you just pull it up like carpet. Wow. Here we go. Some pretty nice old carpet too. This is sort of similar to what I grew up with at home, that Mum and Dad had. So Andrew was telling me a bit of a story before. He did actually know the people that used to occupy this house. So there you go. And what'd you say? They're ferals. They lived a little bit feral apparently. On the mushrooms. There we go. They liked mushrooms. Yeah. They like to eat mushrooms on their pizza. Yeah. Kitchen. Back. Oh, bit of a tight squeeze there. What have we got in the back here? Little sunroom, I think. And wow, very retro colours, isn't it? Green. That's the trend these days, the black tiles. Well, yeah, how many house sites have we been into, and we've seen the old black tiles mixed with the, the real retro blues and greens and even pinks and browns, and yeah, funky colours, cool colours. Love these old house sites, they're amazing. 98 calendar. Who knows, could have been hanging up for 10 years. Could have been. These all the glass for your cabinets. Oh yeah. Wow, back bedroom's a bit dark and overgrown. Wow. Okay. So a little bit in here to see. It's not as exciting as some of the old house sites that I've been to. That's for certain. Oh, let me squeeze back through this door. A little bit going on, and I don't have a torch, so I can't really see much of what's on the ground. That just leads outside, back out the front with a very really nice pink colouring again. And another bedroom back here. Oh, that's a bit spooky. Very cool, very cool. A lot of cupboard space. There is, isn't there? Wow. Very cool. Turn the fan off. So there you go. There's not too much to see in here, really. Not really. Wow, I love the old jukebox. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, right. Probably still work too, you know.
Probably does work.
Yeah.
I wonder if the house has got power. We can plug it in and we can listen to a few tunes. Oh, look at that. There's the old record player. We can listen to a few tunes while we're detecting, Andrew.
Yeah.
Very cool. Right, well, I think we've seen enough. We're going to get out of here now, get on those detectors, and we're going to see what we can find. There's an old newspaper. Let's have a bit of a look. Oh, 2008. That's not that old. What was happening back in 2008? Very cool, very cool. Check out the old pool light. Oh, if I can grab it. Oh, does so work, but no globe. Righto, I've seen enough. Let's get out of here. As I said, we're going to get on those detectors. We don't know what this house site has to offer. We also don't know what house site number 2 has to offer, which is just up the way there where we parked the car. Well, let's get over this crazy hot fence again. And I said let's get on the detectors. I'm just thinking too, I hope this fence doesn't interfere and come through on the detectors. So, but we're just going to see how we go. So anyway, on the detectors, and let's start pulling a few finds around the house. Rightio, so sadly guys, that is about it for us today. Just at this house site number 1, we are now going to get up to house site number 2. And as you can hear, we are having a lot of trouble with the detectors. But not only that, this is a super trashy old house site. So we've got the electric fences to deal with. Let me just give you a look. We've got the electric fences interfering through with the detector. So every time it clicks in that power box, it pulsates and clicks through the detector. I'll give you a bit of a listen. So you can hear there what I mean. So anytime I visit a site with the electric fence going hot, I also understand that it's going to make the detector run a little bit funny, and that's exactly what it's doing here today. But as I said, it's a very, very trashy house site. As Andrew said, the people that lived here were not the cleanest people. So walking around for the last hour detecting, both Andrew and myself, I've scored a little triangle buckle, and that is about it. No coins, no nothing else, just a lot of rubbish. So as I said, we're going to get up to house site number 2, and we're going to regroup and try again for the afternoon, see how we go. It was still cool visiting the old house here though. Another house site that you know, I can tick off the list. One house site that I wanted to get to for a long time. So out we go, as I said, upwards to house site number 2. We'll see you there. So we've made our way back up the hill there, back towards the car, and what you did not just see is we had a quick bite to eat, checking through a few maps and images, and we've made our way over to house site number 2. So just checking a few maps and images, trying to work out exactly where to be, and we can sort of place the house site, the old house site, somewhere around that pile of rubbish, or you know, between those fallen down trees and that pile of rubbish. So I said to Andrew, it's just a matter of finding the hot spot here. Where was the house facing, or you know, where was the front yard or the backyard? Where was that activity? Where are the coins and the relics going to be? So we jumped into paddock number 1 over near the trees there. We hummed around over towards the trees, I should say, and we did find some old concrete foundations, which I got excited about, but nothing too special come out. We then jumped into paddock number 2 over near the big old gum trees there behind Andrew, and once again nothing to rant and rave about. Coming into paddock number 3 here, and well, I think we're about to hit on the money. Well, I think we have hit on the money. but you know, the next signals that we're going to find once we stand back up, well, I think we're in the right spot, put it that way. So I think we're going to start finding good stuff. But there is our first find though, and what I consider something good. Just trying to get all the dirt out there. I don't want to. Oh, there he goes. A really cool though old cowbell. That's what I'm presuming he is, and I'm pretty sure I'm right. You can see there. Let me point into the light. You can see there, little shaft in the middle where the bell would have hung. Donk, 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 donk. I wonder if the bell's in here. Let's have a look. You can see rust. I don't think we're going to get the bell out somehow. No. It was a good try. It was a good theory. Anyway, really cool old cowbell there, and that is the first one I've ever found of these. I've seen a few hanging up in old markets and antique places, but I don't have one. So that's my first. So a really, really cool old find. You can imagine the cow wandering around the paddock. Donk, 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 donk. Time for milking, Bessie. A really cool old find though, and as I said, just yelled out to Andrew. We got the cowbell, we got rusty nails, we got glass. Look, the only thing I'm not seeing in there is, you know, bones, sheep bones, cow bones. But look, I'm sure they'll come next. But those are things to get excited about. I know they're not coins or relics, however, glass, rusty nails, especially the old cowbell, it shows activity. It shows it was an old house site here, which, as I explained, even Alan, the landowner, did not know. So that's where your research really pays off. And I think, as I said, after finding that little stash of glass and rusty nails, well, I think it's only going to get better from here. Let's pick up a cowbell up. Let's keep going. Donk, donk, donk. Rightio guys, so that is sadly about it for us today. Unfortunately, we did not hit on the money either. We do have to get out of here though, we're time limited, and look, we did do the best we could. We visited the old house site down there in the gully. We did a bit of a walkthrough, and then we come up here to do a bit of a hunt around and see what else we could find. And to be honest, well, as I said, we did not have that much success. The best thing that we found is the old cowbell, but we have laid a few other pieces out here for you to give you a look, just to show you, you know, that we did try our best, but nothing else come out, you know, no coins or no old nice relics. So look, sometimes, you know, it's not every day you hit on the money, you hit on these sites and you hit success straight away, but the main thing is that you get out there and you try, and that is exactly what we did today. And look, we're not done by here by far. We can get back here in future and try again and see if we can hit on a few bottles, coins and relics, and I'm sure they're here. It's just going to be a little bit of a challenge to get to. So the last item, what we're going to do is I'm just going to get Andrew to give you a listen to the old cowbell here. He is a ripper of a piece, and as I said, our best find for today coming out. So do the honours, Andrew. Bessie, time to come home for a milk. Anyway, that is awesome. The old cowbell, plus a few other items that we can scrap, sort and save for future. So hope you enjoyed, guys, and as I said, we'll be back here again for future hunting, and I look forward to seeing you there. Cheers.